I thought that on a different day I should probably do something different with the blinking effects on the tree. So I did. Well, it's moving slow now, but like now it's blinking faster. Don't know why it does that, but it does. Good morning and happy hump day, everybody. I'm sure especially if you were in my area yesterday, you could probably guess what my low is, and that was the weather was horrible. Like, truly horrible. Like, in driving from place to place, I was genuinely terrified of, like, how things were going. I mean, thankfully, it died down. So, by the time I went home for the night, the roads were, not impeccable. So, yeah, there's definitely a sense of, like, feeling uneasy when you're driving on the highway and the highway is completely covered in snow. Like, no kidding, I was so scared about driving in the snow yesterday that wherever I went or wherever I stopped, I called my parents to let them know I was okay. Which was also my act of kindness as well. And my high, because talking to my parents is great. Unfortunately, all that stress really exhausted me. To the point where, like, I really had, like, the craziest dream ever. And I know it had to have been a dream because, like, I was in a situation where there's no way I'd ever find myself in. I mean, long story short, someone was trying to accuse me of something, and they actually did sort of have proof. Basically, the accusation come from something I once wrote down, but in the dream, I know for a fact I threw said thing in the garbage. That means for somebody to have incriminated me, actually, not that, I threw it in the garbage at my parents' house, specifically in the, in a bin where my nephews sleep. So, for someone to have found that note, that would mean they would have to sneak into my parents' house, meaning they would either have to open the front door somehow or know the code via getting in the garage. They would have to find the specific note in where my nephews sleep, which was my old room, and they would have to look through possibly a lot of garbage to find said note. Yeah, needless to say, what they did held no weight whatsoever. I mean, stuff like that does scare me a bit. It also makes me really tired. I mean, listen, it used to be that, things were a lot more fair in terms of, someone accuses you of something, but people will allow you to tell your half of the story, and people judge accordingly. But now, all it takes to ruin someone's good name is an accusation. The accusation could be literally 100% false. Like, you have irrefutable, undeniable proof that you are innocent regarding this accusation. It could still ruin your good name. That's the kind of world we live in. Which is the main reason why years ago when I started making these videos, one of my first major rules that I follow is I never name names so as not to embarrass or offend anybody. Even if I clearly don't mean to do any of that. Like, I really could say nothing but good things about somebody, but they could take it the wrong way, and so, it winds up hurting me. Which sucks, but that's the world we live in. Oh my goodness. Well, I mentioned the roads are nigh impeccable. I literally looked outside my window and yeah, I can totally drive in this, which is great. Sorry, I'm thinking. Oh. There's a football game tomorrow night, but I can't make the pick yet because I'm not wearing my jersey. Yeah. Let's see what else happened. Actually, you know what? If you can believe it, right now there are some places that still have pumpkin spice stuff. Yeah, actually, where I go every day to get a coffee, it's pumpkin. I mean, Dunkin is still doing that, but specifically, there's this one Dandy Mini Mart I go to that still has like the pumpkin spice coffee blend, which it's really good. And it's so funny too, because when I get it, I basically, and I'm probably like in a sort of minority on this, but I really have always been more of an iced coffee drinker. Like, I guess there's just something to be said about, like, if you're really thirsty, especially on a hot day, and you're drinking something cold, and it's so amazing, like, for a fact you're drinking it as fast as you can, but it doesn't feel as if you're swallowing it fast enough, And that's me. I've been getting, an extra large coffee. Basically, what I do is, I'll go to where the soda fountain thing is. I'll grab like the extra large cup, fill that with ice, and then I'll pour, hot coffee in it, because that's how you get an iced coffee. And here's how bad I am. I totally load it with nothing but cream and sugar. I do. I mean, once in a while, like, here's the thing. If I ever drink black coffee, like, if I really am in the mood for black coffee, like, well, for one thing, it's gotta be hot. Like, here's the thing. If I'm drinking black coffee, that should be, like, the one instance where, okay, I'll drink hot black coffee. If I want cream and sugar, actually, that's not true. I'll totally have. Actually, I just had coffee. I had hot coffee a couple days ago. Because I was getting work on my car finished, and where they have a coffee machine, and so hot coffee is the only thing available. So I'll load it with cream and sugar, of course. I don't know, like, coffee with cream and sugar I'll enjoy virtually at any temperature that I'm in the mood for. But black coffee should be drinking hot. At least that's my standard. That actually reminds me. I swear this is true. Years ago, my grandfather, God rest his soul, he'd make a pot of coffee, and rather than try and make a fresh one, like, he'd leave it in the pot and, like, heat it up in the microwave whenever he needed it. I swear he once said that. It's actually kind of funny. So I guess as long as I'm talking about coffee, maybe I should probably be the tiebreaker here as to who has the better coffee, Starbucks or Dunkin. I mean, there's several ways I could go about explaining this. For example, I really could explain, like, if you want coffee that's like stronger on a consistent basis, Starbucks would be the way to go. If you actually want somewhere where you can customize your personal coffee drink better, I really do feel that Dunkin' is better. I mean, on the Dunkin' app, you can actually set up your, coffee the way you want. I'll get like an iced coffee and load it with like 10 things of sugar, 10 things of whatever spice or flavor I'm looking for. Like, I load it exactly the way I want to. So, in that regard, yeah, Dunkin' is better for coffee. Food, on the other hand, that's another story. Because, from my experience, I mean, listen, it's called Dunkin' Donuts. If you're getting donuts, then yeah, Dunkin' will reign supreme all day. However, hot food, because obviously Dunkin' Donuts, they do more than just coffee and donuts. They have hot food as well. Hot food's kind of a hit or miss thing with Dunkin' for me lately. Like, I'll get like a hot sandwich and I'll bite into one part that's still cold. Not good. Starbucks, on the other hand, though, like, their hot food has been better, for sure. That egg mozzarella pesto sandwich, that's pretty good. The sausage, egg, and cheese on English muffin, that's good. The double smoked bacon cheddar on a croissant roll, that's really good too. And all of those sandwiches, particularly the pesto one I just mentioned, like, they are so, when they say it's a hot sandwich, it's a hot sandwich. Plus, personally, I just really love pesto, so. Granted, all three sandwiches are worth like almost $18 altogether, but they're still good. And that's not to say Dunkin' doesn't have any bad food, hot food. I mean, the hash browns at Dunkin', actually, let's see, I had the egg bites at Starbucks. Those are pretty good. They had like an Italian sausage egg bite as well. Those are pretty good. They had like potato cakes. Those are pretty solid. But yeah, in the battle of like potato related breakfast items, Dunkin's hash browns reign supreme for sure. Not to mention, they give you snack and bacon. Like, they literally give you bacon to snack on. Starbucks doesn't do that. Like, let's see what else does Dunkin' do that's really good. Their breakfast sandwiches are really good. Just like, okay, it's weird. If you want a bacon, egg, and cheese, they'll put that on a bagel. But if you want a sausage, egg, and cheese, they'll put that, like, on, I think it's an English muffin as well. Like, you should be able to pick what you want the contents of your sandwich should be served on. And don't get me wrong, there is something to be said about how great having it on a bagel is. Unfortunately, if you want a bagel, you gotta have it with cream cheese. Like, that's the problem. Like, to have like the perfect breakfast sandwich, like, you need absolutely everything to be right. And with both Dunkin' and Starbucks, they have their fair share of hits and misses. Like, for my money, hands down, the best breakfast sandwich I've ever had is the fully loaded croissant from Burger King. Because, it's ham, bacon, and sausage, egg, and cheese. Like, you've got the pork trifecta on a breakfast sandwich. Like, If McDonald's did that for the McGriddle, that would be the greatest breakfast sandwich ever, but they don't. So, until further notice, the best breakfast sandwich is the fully loaded croissant from Burger King. For sure. But this isn't about McDonald's or Burger King, it's about Starbucks and Dunkin. Which apparently this video, which, you know what, forget it. I decided that it's on Dunkin and Starbucks. At the end of the day, it really is a matter of preference. I mean, and also how much you want. Because, yeah, Dunkin's cheaper. That already makes it better. But some people really swear by Starbucks. I mean, there are friends of mine that go on Starby's dates, which, or Starby's runs, which, it's cute to do that. I've gone a few Starby's runs as well. I mean, personally, if I want both Dunkin' and Starbucks, I'd probably get coffee from Dunkin', because when you ask for, like, a large, they give you something that's actually usable, and I would get hot food from Starbucks. Oh, for sure, I'm spending over $20 on, like, several sandwiches and, you know, a large coffee, a large iced coffee, but what can I say? It's worth it. I mean, again, you know, it's going to be that time of year where you should probably save money. If you're in the mood for coffee, just swallow your Pride and get gas station coffee and just load it with cream and sugar like I do. That's what I've been doing lately. Speaking of which, man, I could probably use some coffee now. So, I'll probably get on that in a little while. And the good news is I can actually drive a lot safer from place to place, so the roads are better. So, yay! Actually, how long have I been? Okay, I've been talking long enough. I hope you like this video. If you like this YouTube channel, follow social media. As always, I'm very homie. This video for all you guys watching Joe video. We have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And remember, everything is about talk to him as we here to London. Always back. Take care. Make good choices. 607 all day, babe.